Israel and the United States have a special relationship.
Unprecedented.
So special that Israel gets more than half of all U.S. foreign aid. What kind of aid are we talking about? And more importantly, why does the U.S. keep it flowing? This is The Real Deal on U.S. aid to Israel. Simply put, the U.S. gives Israel money. Lots of it. To be precise, a grand total of $121 billion and counting. And unlike U.S. aid to most other countries, money to Israel is given primarily to its military. Why?
The security of Israel. Preventing a nuclear Iran and ending the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
But it's a military that has been accused of war crimes by the United Nations and called trigger-happy by Amnesty International. No matter. As foreign policy analyst Stephen Walt puts it,
the United States gives Israel generous diplomatic, economic, and military support, and does so unconditionally, regardless of what it does.
And the support comes in many forms. First, there's the U.S. budget. Congress gives Israel on average $3 billion a year, $3 billion of U.S. taxpayers' money. Uncle Sam also doles out more aid by funding military research programs. In 2014, $504 million went to joint U.S.-Israeli military research and to the development of anti-rocket defense systems. One of those systems, Iron Dome, has cost the U.S. $720 million, a price tag that is going up as we speak. Then there are the additional multi-million-dollar weapons deals. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars here. And a billion-dollar U.S. weapons stockpile that Israel can access in times of emergency. All in all, with the U.S.'s help, Israel has one of the most advanced militaries and is one of the top 10 arms dealers in the world.
So Washington has gone and decided to give its favorite nephew Israel a truckload of cash to buy guns. Again, $38 billion to be exact. That is the single biggest US military aid package ever. Put in perspective, that is enough money to send Benjamin Netanyahu all the way to Mars and back 3 times over. Or, for a better investment, you could just send him one way. Just saying. But Israel already has a state-of-the-art military everything. So what now? Next time you order an Uber to the West Bank, a fucking tank shows up?
Alright, there you go, mate. Remember to give me 5 stars, yeah?
That was a joke, Israel. Tank Uber can never be a thing. So why give the Israeli military such a mind-blowing amount of US tax dollars?
All the money that Israel was able to use on its own defense budget now has to go back to American technology.
So there you have it. That money is destined for the pockets of US weapons manufacturers.